Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Logitech G Ready to Play series with a prize pool of 70,000 taka. This is a series in Bangladesh with 150 registered teams, but now the teams have whittled down quite heavily. It's not 150 anymore. We don't know the exact number, but yeah, a lot of these matches are being dropped into us, and the qualifier stages are slowly but surely coming to a close. A brand new day, a brand new start. It's going to be your boy Aggressive with a haircut this time. Yeah, my hair is short. I look like a baby, and I look absolutely retarded. But sometimes you gotta do it because it's too hot here, and I hate living in this country. But regardless, let's jump on down over towards the game. It's gonna be a pretty interesting one. It will be NMS going up against Throwing Sense Beta, and in my eyes, let's just see exactly what both of these rosters have in store for us. Teams don't really showcase something out of the ordinary, but what I do know is Throwing Sense Beta do have an Immortal 2 on their side. Sheikh Mujib could easily control every single one of these fights by himself if he is able to have even the slightest little bit of a backup coming in from his teammates. So Throwing Sense Beta can take a lot of these fights by storm purely on the basis of one single person, but I'm pretty sure that NMS, they're also going to try and shut down this one individual player quite often, but it seems as though Sheikh Mujib feels to be much more of that Sentinel player, opting to go in for lurks instead. And are we looking at a randomizer from NMS? This could be interesting. And I don't think they're gonna play a randomizer. Like, come on. Are they gonna meme it that hard that they're playing a full-on agent randomizer? Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Not anytime soon. A little bit of a bad throat here today. Sorry about that. It seems to be coughing on the side end, but yeah. It's completely okay. Sheikh Mujib, of course, as I suspected, he's gonna be opting to go in for the Jet. Much more of a stronger pickup for him. He has the experience to take a lot of these fights by storm, push their opposition down and just take them down a couple of picks from there. When you consider the compositions, though, we see a double initiator comp on the side of NMS, but this double initiator composition showcases us a Breach and a Sky. I don't know how much I like this. Breach and Sky are strong for maps that have a lot of close proximity angles, but on this map in particular, I don't know what kind of plan the members of defense are even trying to employ here, because this comp just does not bode well for this particular map. There's a lot of opportunities where you can be a little bit more of a forward driving force, but here it doesn't seem to be the case. Ascent is a map that awards you for being a lot more creative with a lot of your pushes, allows you to be a lot more savvy in the way that you take a lot of your fights, but with this composition, you fall into that one-dimensional trap of either you play aggressive or you play completely defensive, opting for retakes. But will the side of Throwing Sense Beta fall into that trap? And that's a real question. Information will be scarce for NMS. And that is one of the main reasons why I'm kind of worried about what they do here. Make for retakes is pretty much the only thing they can do. But Wolf Instincts, holding in from the back, not opting for this aggressive cycling. They're just gonna wait and see what they can try to find. Very slow play of this first round from the members of Throwing Sense Beta. They're making their way up, but how far can they get? We don't know just yet. Hazard has the perfect angle, but doesn't find the first initial shot. It's gonna dip out almost immediately. That's a perfect roundup for him, but still they're not gonna be able to hold down for long. They're gonna need to pile up a couple of more bodies to try and release all of this, but things don't really seem to be going in their favor just yet. Your boy is still holding down from the sidelines, but I don't think he's going to get much. Tries to swing out. The defenders are going to be able to completely root him out of that corner. Last person remaining is going to be on towards the back end, and it's going to be blazing with the aftershock to finish him off. Pretty standardized round. Nothing really out of the ordinary for both of these sides. They're not going to hold. And just look that or look that way for them.
That works. Perfect.
Seems to be a little bit of a problem for my mics, and it could be a little bit better now if you guys could tell me here.
Focus
So
now.
I think it should be alright. But on the other side, we do see another push-up coming in already. The defenders, too much aggression can be a costly thing if you're not careful here. That's going to be the first body drop. The Reyna's going to be opting for a very aggressive push. And now, what is the real thing that you're trying to employ? On towards the other end of the sky, so try to gain some information. Spots out at the bare minimum 2 players. And that's all that they get. Immediately, Hazard needs to run back. Hazard's not going to be able to find out much. Ooh. Tries to go in for that jump peek, but that jump peek could just not work out in their favor. But here comes the Omen with the backup. Double-sided pincer, triple-sided pincer, mind you. But still, Reyna is able to retaliate. Does get a double headshot over on the 2, but that flash absolutely pristine coming in from the side of Ruiner. Ruins the beautiful flank being done by the Reyna. Had such a forward side entry and already gained all the information that he needed to. The site was empty, but his team was not in a position to go in with him towards the site. And it just became a lot more problematic on that regard. So, for now, moving on back. A couple of more roundups to go. Now let's talk about what really could be going on for the other side. Again, Wolf Instincts, a little bit too much aggression here, buddy. Maybe you need to show some respect down to your opposition. If you don't, yeah, they're gonna drop like that. And the defenders, they don't really have a lot of buys here to work with. They opted for a full-on bonus round. And in a way, I always talk about this, that the bonus rounds, yeah, it's a good idea to go in for bonuses, but why? You don't need to do that quite often. Sometimes just playing for the buys is way better. You get an extra round for yourself and you want to have the best possible opportunity to do it regardless. Even if you lose out on that round and go in for a save, it really does not matter. It just brings you the same rounds all over again. And this weapon disparity is what's really causing all of this to happen. They didn't have the guns to go in for the proper blaze. Last person remaining is going to be blazing, but it's not going to be able to hold. It's completely caught out. It gets shut down. 2-1. For instance, Beta, they finally have their mojo back with, of course, this first initial round coming in. But from the other side, we do see a couple of more interesting roundups coming in. Because all of these players seem to be equally matched when it comes down to the skill level. The peaks are not what you would expect, but still, regardless, they're able to be a driving force here on this roundup and matchup. For the turret play first to gain that information over on short before going in for that swing. With instincts, he needs to worry about this turret. Information's being given off towards the other side, but now it's all up to the breach. The breach has a flash in hand and can shoot. He places down the Killjoy lockdown, but the lockdown, it does not get destroyed. Blazing! Okay, positioning was a little bit off, and he's gonna completely get died out because of it. The attackers are gonna be able to rush their way in towards the side, and Blazing, completely in utter panic, gets shut down there. And with side control already being present, Check Mujib can easily get that first initial kill. It doesn't spot him out, but the shots are not gonna connect just yet. Beautiful timing coming in from the Seekers to gain that first initial kill. Take it down to a 4 versus 4. Here comes the ultimate from the other side, and the defenders are gonna start rushing in, maybe going for a couple of more from the side, one from the left, one from the right, but still able to hold. But right behind you, it's gonna be another. Flash completely takes them down. A couple of Pixar and Ruiner nearly got caught out and nearly got shut down as well. One more second, and Asex would have been able to get that flash off properly and had his vision back. Easily a 2-2 scoreline, but Because those are the members of NMS, they have a plan in mind, and their retakes are just flawless on that regard. Their retakes have been so phenomenal that I am loving this. If they have the guns in their favorites, and if they have the man advantage and that first initial even pickup, the team has an idea of what they really need to do. Again, Hazard. Very aggressive, I would say, for his own good. But Ruiner opting for this mind control gives them a lot to work with. Having this perfect off angle and Hazard to play off of. Ruiner pretty much is guaranteed 2 kills if he doesn't miss all of his shots. And considering what he has showcased, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, but Wolf Instincts has a little bit of a problem of his own to deal with. Raku making his way up, but again, every single time it's can shoot 420 coming in with that first initial kill with that Sheriff. Equalizes and gains a gun for himself. Man, oh man, it's perfect for their side. This is what I meant. You need to be careful of how much aggression you're trying to go in. And the thing is, the composition that they are playing, especially without the Sova, they need to gain some information on the defensive side. And to gain that info, they need to drop bodies because of it. Blazing catches out the over-aggressive Reyna, and this is what I meant. It's a pretty bad idea to send your Reyna in alone. I understand you like to go in for lurks. I understand that you like to go in for aggressive plays, but these type of plays don't always get you somewhere if you're not careful. And Blazing, he tried to go in for the spray, man. Especially with a Vandal, you just can't do something like that. That spray is gonna give away your spot. Now the defenders, they're 1 man down, and now is where the real test will start to arise. Are their defensive takes only good when they have a man advantage or when they're even? Or do their defensive retakes go far beyond anything that is humanly possible? Ruiner's gonna be able to take down another player. Zahin's gonna be able to gain some info, but not much. One more drop, not gonna happen. Your boy's gonna do the thing that shuts him down. Beautifully played from the Omen. And they're just able to hold 3 and 2. Things look to be a lot more heated than we would have expected. We're on towards the other side though. We're going for a full-on rush over towards this A side. That call seems to have not worked out whatsoever. They do get an orb for their troubles, but with every single little bit of utility being thrown in process, they have the B side for themselves, but with the amount of utility that they're trying to take over the site, it could be a problem. You can already see that, hey, this is just an eco route, but it's completely okay. Long run. They have a lot more to work with than Hazard. Those whips can cost you rounds here, buddy. They needed more, but can't shoot. Just, I don't think his name's doing injustice at all. This guy's been doming people constantly and Blazing. Good for that first initial kill, but I don't think he's gonna get out much. Turns around to try and do a 360 play over to Braxton. It's gonna be a thing that breaks. 3 and 3. The attackers are back once more on towards the server, ladies and gentlemen. And throwing since beta. They've been doing it since beta, but now in Act... I forgot, which episode is it? Episode 3, Act 3? Feels as though the squad is just being a completely different beast.
There. There.
Push up over onto one side though. You already see Sheikh Mojib trying to go in for his own little plays, having his own little fun. But the push up over towards mid, pretty aggressive on one, but oh, Raksuna is gonna be able to make his way out. The timing needs to be crucial. It needs to be perfect, but Blazing, he's not gonna expect that corner peek. And Raksuna with the perfect cross-up placement is gonna be a thing that shuts it down. That smoke gave enough cover for Raksuna to find that kill. And now the A side ripe for the picking. They have the entire hold and the entire side under control with Garden completely under lockdown. Tanshu can easily hold both of these sidelines and he has nothing to worry about. Maybe looking at the back would be a much more of a better idea as your teammates already there and present. Yep, and that's exactly what he's going to be doing. Sheikh Mujib, he's hungry for more. The spray's going to be good. Shuts down Asin. The last player. Yeah, it's going to be Hazard. Good for the first, but now he has a hunting party chasing him. Good shot. Good takeout. 3 and 4 going in their favor. Nicely done. You see a pretty fast aggressive play, but Wolfenstein's being able to find that first skill is going to be the most important part about all of this, because now the defenders finally have some bit of leeway to work with. But is it much? Not exactly, not just yet, because Wolfenstein has the only Vandal on his team, and this Vandal needs to be the thing that nets him a couple of more kills at the bare minimum. The Omen's quite low on his HP. The person's holding it down, but it's all up there to this one Reyna. Sheikh Mujib should be able to gain the first initial contact. He's able to play his cards properly. The angle's gonna get cleared, but Raksuna a little bit too soon when it came down to the aggression there, buddy, and he's not gonna be able to find out much. Runer's gonna come in from the back, and this could be a possible thrifty coming in for the side of the defense. Timing is perfect. Timing is crucial, and yep, that's a free kill. But no, your boy. Tiny little bit of a whiff, and I think that the nerves are acting up. Nerves need to be on the highest as far as you can go. Still, need to work with 46 left on the clock. They're gonna make their way forward. They're gonna run it down through. Side should be theirs, but I do believe that Blazing's gonna be able to take down the first. And that spike, yeah, that's not gonna get planted anytime soon. Your boys. Yeah, I do believe having a little bit more of an aggressive play right off the get-go would have been way better. The members of Throwing Sense Beta are just playing way too slow for their own good, and that's one of the primary reasons why they're dropping flags here as well.
I need this, thank you.
Doesn't look that good for them, but yes, it's fine. Yes, they can always improve, and they are getting better slowly but surely, but these type of mistakes really should not be happening. They need to be a lot more decisive in what they're trying to go for, and not having such a personality for their team. I don't know, playing slow in the game of Valorant doesn't really suit the game that much. Yeah, doing it sometimes is okay where you want to play for picks, but here in this case could just end in your own downfall, and they understand that, immediately opting to go in for a very fast heavy rush over towards this A side. But again, immediately NMS, they made the call that we're just gonna play for the retake, but Ruiner, too much of an aggressive format for his own. Raksuna is gonna be able to take down one, and now your boy is gonna try to go and shut down another. But again, Blazing coming in down beautifully with this breach. He's gonna be able to shut down one more player. More to be found, more to be gained. The Reyna's gonna be an absolute menace, holding down one more. Asin's gonna try to find one more kill, but again, here comes the killjoy. They go and take it all away. 4 and 5. With that, another round going in the favor of the attack. This is what I meant. Sometimes going in for these very fast aggressive plays just completely throws your opponents off guard. Because whenever you go in for slow plays, I completely understand you want to do something like that. You want your opponents to make that first initial mistake. But you don't wait until the last 30 seconds of a round to try and go in for an execution. That is when your opposition has an opportunity to throw you off guard. Just doesn't look that proper. You have to remember this every single time whenever you're taking any of these
You
fights.
should run.
Cover going
For
out.
now, maybe Sheknojib could just be the first initial casualty. But yeah, he's not gonna find out much. And here comes your boy. The boy of the hour. It's not gonna find out much just yet, but from the sidelines, it's gonna be Ruiner being able to take that first initial kill. Mojib needs to make his way out because Blazing on the side has been an absolute demon with the Sheriff. Rolling Thunder in hand. Could just be good for multiple if he's able to find this all down. Timing is everything and can't shoot. He's just gonna hold. He's just gonna wait. Good for the first. Good for maybe one more. But no, the spray is not gonna be the thing that gets him anything. One more kill for the ace. He's looking for one more from the sidelines onto the face of Ruiner, but double dipping just isn't his thing. 5 and 5. And NMS, they take this round out of absolutely nowhere. This was a thrifty round for their side, and this thrifty round just doesn't really make any sense. How would you even plan this one out? You just can't. Yeah. Just doesn't bode well for any of their members. Some of these thrifty rounds are mainly being dropped due to some over-aggressive plays and the lack of communication between the players. They need to just be there for each other for on a lot of these cases. Raksuna though, ooh, okay, maybe good for the first. Not gonna get him just yet. Hazard throws him back with a fault line to boot. Real estate being gained by either of these teams, but the defenders, they are utilizing a lot of utility to try and force them out of these tough corners and tough situations. But Raksuna, I do believe he already knows one person is holding from the back end. The timing, the outroll's going to be able to spot out one of these players immediately on the jump out. Ruiner needs to worry, but again, Hazard comes in down beautifully. Kanchu's going to be immediately the one to find that refrag, and these refrags are the best thing about them. They already always have these timings in their favor, but Ruiner, one more time, coming in down as a hero for this round. He's able to get so much value. And Ruiner should be good for one more. Not gonna happen just yet. It's all up to Hazard. It's gonna be able to find it out with Asin on his side to take down his own twin brother. 6 and 5. And NMS, the defensive side holds are working out pretty well for their end. They're gonna be quite happy about it.
Destroyed.
Oh, ace. I'll run this time now.
Get out of my way.
Not gonna get much done, but Raksuna with the over-aggressive peak. Let's get shit down by Hazard, and now without this Reyna, they have even more problems to think about. One and Wolf. He's on his way up, but
You should run.
just does not really bode well for them at all. They're dropping like flies one by one. 7 and 5 scoreline seems to be inevitable. Trades are done beautifully. Nasser doesn't even need to do anything. Holding down from the other side. One more player from the sidelines, and it's gonna be Asin being able to find that final kill over on towards the goal. And with this 7 and 5, it's a pretty good half for both sides. For the members of NMS. They get 7 rounds on their own defensive half. Not really the best, but could have been better. But regardless, they're going to be able to work with it. The piss round and the weight it carries will be lighter a little bit, but that's pretty much it. On the other side of this spectrum, though, the members of, for instance, Beta, they're going to be pretty happy because they got 5 rounds on the attacking side of Ascent, which is pretty difficult in general for the composition that they're trying to run. Yes, Double Duelist is a pretty strong comp if you're very confident in the way that you aim and if your trade potential and your synergy with your duo duelist is pretty much down to perfection. And in my eyes, I didn't really see all of that. The duo potential just felt a little bit more disconnected, and it could have been better. But I would say that it's fine, because for now, play it down slowly, take a couple of steps back, and just relax your mind. That's all that you need to do to bring it back onto your end. For now, 7-5 is the game for the teams. It's their do or die. This piss round will carry a lot of weight for the members of NMS because if they're able to gain it, they get a free ticket, an almost free ticket, mind you, towards that 9-5 score line. And having that 9-5 early basically allows you to be an absolute menace, but again, can't shoot. It's just an absolute Chad and a demon over towards the back end of the side. He's able to drop one more body, but again, Wolf Instincts, he's trying to retaliate. He has one more bullet and a dream to maybe make this one work. Not gonna be able to find out much. And Aston, he wants to be a game changer for his squad. It's not gonna happen anytime soon. Checkmate is gonna be the thing that shuts it all down. One more kill from the side. And Raxashona. It's just not gonna be able to do anything much there. Wolf Instincts. It's able to be on a beautiful hold on the 7-6. It really does not fall into the best of situations, but it's okay because now they're just gonna have to go through. They're just gonna face equalization, but on equalization, it's 3 at the end of the day. You can still do out a lot more. You just need the spike point to go into their side. This is bad. Awesome. Wanted to go in for the immediate play over onto one side, but I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon. Oh my god, can't shoot 420. He's an absolute Chad. Gonna be able to do so much, and bit maybe Hazard has a classic in hand. Raku immediately shuts it down. Good for the first kill. They do get a plant as well, so it's fine. It works. They can make it happen. So keep the ball rolling onto their court. Ronaldo. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, the microphone stands right in front of my face, so it's kind of tough sometimes to move it around without getting blasted with a little bit of noise, and Raku gets immediately caught out. Poor boy just did not know even what hit him. The stun just completely breaks it all down, and this attacking side is just going to be even more interesting on that regard. The double usage of utility does completely shut that one down, but they have more to worry about from the sidelines. This one play needs to work out, but Blazing completely breaks it all down. Sends it back home, Hackin, and Ace gives away the noise. He's gonna give away his life as well in a couple of seconds. To whom is the real question? And it's gonna be awesome to take that final goal. Nicely done. in a good round to start everything off back for side of attack. Now that NMS have finally got a feeling of how they really want to play it all, and with the guns back in their hands, they're able to use that weapon advantage to the best of their own capabilities, but they need to work.
Claw through them. Shadows traveling. Our carrier is dead.
Spike down mid.
Sorry about the small interruption there, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit of a family call coming in. As I just said before, I am moving, so there's a lot of people coming in and going out. So, yeah. It's a slight issue. But hey. An everyday life and day of a caster, so.
I have the spike.
For these teams. We do see that the attackers have a slight advantage because of what the HP is looking like for two of their players. OG,
30 seconds left.
very low health. One bullet and he's out. He has an operator to work with. This operator can easily change the game in just a couple of seconds. And OG, does he want to play this aggressively? I don't think so. He's just gonna wait and ruin her. He's in such a tough spot to try and bring this one back. Takes a swing, and Buddy Raku, he's an absolute Chad. Does find even more. And one by one, they just need a couple of more kills to take this all away. Raku still very low on HP. He's not going to be the one to hold. Then it's all up to Asin. Asin is such a good player in this regard. Has a flash. He's going to be able to TP in. Why exactly?
Here.
You would question the idea for the TP if you would have the thing to just go in for a flash. Could have been better, could have been worse, but I guess it's fine because one more round, they're gonna be able to take it all back. For the first, he's looking for more straight through the walls, gonna try to take down another, but I do believe that was a whiff, and that's one of the main reasons why they just started dropping there. It's not looking that good for them. Ruiner's gonna be able to take down another, but again, Ace, he's trying to be the game changer for their side, has a shock dart in hand, gotta be able to find that kill. Beautifully done with the shock dart. Ruiner one more time. Comes on down in, pretty much breaks all their plans. One in the back, one in the front. Who do you shoot and who do you run from is the real question. They're gonna try to find that shot, but can't shoot. Okay, lines them up and sends them back home, packing almost immediately. Now that's one way of doing it. God damn. Is this match getting closer and closer by the second?
Turn out. Placing swarm grenade. Get out of my way. Placing swarm grenade.
slow take from the
Off
attackers.
your feet!
Not opting to go for the aggressive rush just yet, but Hazard getting caught out by the rolling thunder could just cause some issues for his aggressive play nature. But I do believe that with this, another thrifty round could be possible. NMS, they have been quite efficient when it comes down to the thrifty rounds, but to be a little bit more proactive. Could just be the work of Bard from the side of Ruiner if he's able to just gain one bullet, one to the head, and that's all that he needs to try and take this one back. But now the defenders, they have the entire side to themselves, worrying about more. Ruiner's going to be able to take down one player, but that's all that he's going to be able to get. Time has been wasted, and they still have enough knives to cause even more damage. Swinging out from the side, that's going to be another kill. Halfway defused, didn't even come in. The attackers are going to be able to gain this. This is a thrifty round for them. Beautifully done, even though the Killjoy lockdown was placed to take this all away. My god, it really did come down to them not being aggressive enough. You should have jumped down for heaven on the last 5 seconds of this push. You could have chased out a couple of these players to take them down, but instead you waited in towards the side to see if they can peek out again. What's your game plan there? Because as soon as that just... But for now, at least, it just... That's not...
Can I get this? Thanks. Placing sentry. Here. Here.
There's a 9 and 10. Sorry, 9 and 9 scoreline. Both of these teams are very evenly matched when it comes down to their gameplay and strategy. Game-wise as well, they're not missing a lot of shots here. And these 50 rounds is the things that just making my jaw drop every single time. It's not looking that good for them now, is it? But hey, they could do more. Things around one by one. Regardless of that situation, they need we believe the tactical pause is going to take a slight little bit longer, but no, the teams are already prepped up and ready for it, so we're just trying to see what's up. Team, they're up, they're prepped, the last seconds on the clock. With this, they're going to be able to push their way up one more time, and let's see what kind of plan we would be expecting. The defenders, they did lose out on the last round, so that basically means their eco has taken a pretty chunky hit, but look at where Raku's holding. Asin, I don't think he's gonna expect him. Yep, it's a free kill for Raku. Gets a gun. He's gonna be able to pick it all up. And the attackers, they need a miracle to try and turn this one around. Check Mujib. Doesn't really find out much, but the defenders are just... They're just demons on their own accord, man. Like, what are these sheriffs sometimes? They just deal so much damage down to the opposition. And the defenders... too much overzealous in the way that they were trying to execute over towards the round, and they got completely caught out.
Spike planted.
Yeah, boy. On the back end, and check Mujib not really having the best of games that he could have gotten. Can shoot 420 has been pretty predominant when it comes down to his own share of plays, and that man just does not miss seemingly. Looking for more. Sheikh Mujib's going to be able to shut down one more player. He's trying to find the secondary. He needs to look on behind him because Ruiner's just going to hold. Ruiner's going to play out. And that's a flick and a half to go in for the readjustment. 10 and 9. NMS, they take another round for themselves. We are now closing it down to the wire here. One by one, they're taking these rounds. And one by one, we are watching them turn it all around. Things look tough. support the other side. But when the going gets up, tough to get going is otherwise. We could be looking down at the barrel of either of these teams just completely slowing it all down. They need to start picking up the pace here. If they're not able to do it, I don't know how this match is going to end. This can easily be an overtime game. But it all really does rely on how much of an aggressive play the members of the attack want to go for. NMS, they have this double initiator, but I have not really been noticing them using any form of a flash utility to force their way out of these corners. I don't understand that. Why? You have this opportunity, beautiful levels of utility to work with, but not having to use any of it for these fast rushes. Lunar jumps in towards the side. It's going to be able to get a forward push up on towards one. But again,
no charges left.
It's just an equalization. The attackers, they still have to worry about this retake. The retakes are the most detrimental part about all of this. Asin nearly gets caught out there. And all the players have been corralled in towards the side. Blazing, he's just gonna wait. He's gonna throw out the Rolling Thunder, throwing out one of the players over towards the stratosphere. They're gonna slow it all down for as long as they possibly can, and that's all that they can hope for now. This slow play could just be the thing that gives them the edge, but again, can't shoot 420, and Chekmujib comes around the corner and takes it all back. 10 and 10. My god, is this game gonna be a long one again? NMS and the retakes are just pristine. And the issue of the matter is, Blazing, he had the Rolling Thunder, yes, but he needed to use it a lot later. The Rolling Thunder would have been perfect if his teammates were in position to capitalize on top of it and push their opposition, but they weren't. This was a much more defensive Rolling Thunder. He could have used it after they started pushing in towards the side so that the people holding from inside of the boathouse can easily go in for a couple of frags just by swinging out. They need to coordinate their utility, and I don't really see any of that happening here. That's one of the main reasons why that round was a fat loss from the members of Rolling and Spada. They need more. I don't think they're gonna get more. Not that easily, not just yet. Chekmujib, we already know one of the players is gonna be holding. Let's find their first kill. Let's gonna try to get some more. Good shot from the other side, and it's a high possibility of just being a thrifty. They're not careful. All of the players are inside of the side. Information to be gathered, information to be gained. They're trying to brute force their way in towards the side with every single little bit of utility that they have. And here comes the bomb rush, here comes the fight, and one by one they're just gonna start dropping like flies. Your boy's gonna be able to take down the scene. 11 coming in on board. That last round was an equal round, mind you. So the fact that they were able to drop so many of the players from the defense forces their money to a pretty massive halt. Now, you have to remember, if they lose here, only 2 of their members are able to go in for buys. And that will be pretty much heaven for all of the attackers. That's what they're hoping for, but this round needs to be won by the attack, otherwise their money are going to be down in the ditch. And the attack and the defenders pretty much have a free win for themselves. 10 and 11 could easily be the round that makes it or breaks it for either of these teams. It all starts here. The first initial push over towards this side could just be the thing that breaks it all. And Raku, he needs to find the spray, man. It's gonna deal some damage, but again, can't shoot 420 every single time. If you look at this man, this killjoy is just doing work. He's looking for more, but Blazing's not gonna be able to find that shot. Chekmujib instead is gonna be the thing that breaks it all down. And one more time, the defense are just able to hold. They're dropping bodies like they're dropping flies. And they're gonna get turned into a bird caress. But one by one, they're trying to take it all back. They're trying to bring it all alive. But it's not gonna happen because Can't Shoot 420 with a triple kill to his name brings it back.
Flawless.
10 and 12, flawless here.
They should stop playing checkers.
Seems to be a fast 13 and 10. In this round, seemingly close to impossible here as well. Can go in for the buys, but half shields and only little bit of utility because they had to invest so much in that last round to try and hold back the attackers. Sorry, hold back the defenders. Looks rough. No operators though from both of these teams. That's the most interesting part of this matchup. Doesn't look that good, but hey, do what more? Sheikh Mujib has a good angle for his own. Pushing his way up completely over towards the safe side. It's perfect. They need to make it pristine, but oh god, Sheikh Mujib playing from Sub Rosa, but no one's opting to peek him. They're making their way around very slowly, but rotations have been called. I'm pretty sure that Sheikh Mujib heard all of the footsteps coming in from the other side. These footsteps should give him ample amounts of information that they're rushing their way towards this B side. The players over at B, they're already holding. They're just waiting for this first initial play. Your boy's holding the cross for Sheikh Mujib, and that's it. That's going to be the first, possibly the second if he's not careful. Just give it up. You have the man advantage. You don't need to go overly aggressive. Just make your way back, run it all down. Just try to survive. But again, Sheikh Mujib not going to go for that first initial kill. He's not going to find out much, but still gets a trade here regardless. One more fight, one more play. Raku finds the final kill that he needs to get. And with that, here comes the Empress. Not going to be able to find out much. Blazing's going to be the thing that shuts it all down. And now the final kill over towards the other side. Flash in hand, takes a swing, but he just needs to wait for his buddy. More than ample amounts of time, and it's going to be catching for 20 to get that kill. Once again, this Killjoy, 34 kills, man. He's an absolute demon. He just doesn't miss. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be another game wrap-up for you. We're going to be done for now, but this one player... My god. It's just out above the rest. Beautifully done from the side of Can't Shoot 420. And for the members of NMS, tough loss, but in a way the team can improve and come on back even better. We're going to be heading on down off onto a short break, and we're going to be back with you for a lot more action for the 9:30 game. See you then.